Barakatah How, Barakatah How Shah, Barakatah How, Barakatah How Shah, Barakatah How, Barakatah How Shah. Now, I'm looking at the New International Bible, and this is Revelations chapter 13, verse 16, and I like the way they worded it. Here it reads, it says, it also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their forehead, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the name of its name. Now, these people talking about Christianity, uh, sin, you know, these crazy interpretations, I would say, of what the mark of the beast is. Now, you can't force Christianity on somebody, you know, and you can't force sin on somebody. It's just not something you can do. They're gonna believe it or they're not gonna believe it. And so these people, they not understanding the situation. And this beast, he's gonna force all people to have a mark. He's gonna mandate it. And if you don't do what he's forcing everybody to do, he's gonna put you to death, or you're not gonna be able to buy or sell. So these individuals talking this mark of the beast is uh you believing in the beast and taking action with your hand and killing for the beast. No, he can't force you to kill nobody. That you can just let him kill you, and he not forcing people to kill, and he not killing people because he forced them, tried to force them to kill somebody, and so he killed them. No, it's not happening. So these false interpretations of then you got the Jehovah Wickedness and the Christians talking about it's spiritual. Spiritual. So how is the marker to be spiritual, and he's forcing you to receive it? How can you force somebody spiritually? Come on, you can't force somebody spiritually. It's not gonna happen. And even in the Jehovah Wickedness Revelation book, it tells you that uh these this mark of the beast, they're gonna throw you in concentration camps if you don't take it. They're gonna send their medical field people against you, because that mark goes into um a lot. The mark of the beast goes into a lot. Now let's see what they say in 16. Now let me go to my Bible, King James. I just want to look at that one real quick and bring that out. Let's go to my Bible, 16:11. Salakia, this thing don't. Okay, here we go. Come on, come on. All right, let's get here. So when you go to Revelation 16, verse 2, it say, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So this grievous sore is something in a physical way. How are you talking about spiritual? A sore, grievous sore. That's physical. And so then when you go into these vows, in 17, it says that last vow, it said the seventh angel poured out his vow into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, "It is done." And we see what's going on now. You got a worldwide pandemic pushing some kind of poisonous, harmful, communicable disease. You see? So them two things is coinciding. You got some kind of dangerous substance in the air that's being so-called spread around. Not saying it's deadly, but it's dangerous. And so to identify if you took the so-called medicine that they're pushing, because that goes into Revelation 18. Revelation 18, chapter 23. He's saying, "The light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For the merchants were the great men of the earth, for by their sorceries were all nations deceived." You see, because once that vial got into the air, now these people are trying to administer their sorceries. They trying to give you all kind of concoctions that's going to try to keep you safe from this dangerous substance that's in the air. You see, and so the Lord set the whole situation up, but he letting these nations do the actions or put it into play. Now, not only that, when you go to 19, I think 20, let's get 20, and it says, let's see here, it's 20, nope, 19, Salakia. 19, it says, "And the beast was taken, and with him," verse 20, "and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast." So these individuals, Salakia, so these individuals gonna be deceived who received the mark of the beast, and it's gonna be deceived through their sorceries, because this vow, these seven angels put some kind of or got these what you call it, spirits, deceiving devils, to put something in the air. Now let's go get that, because I don't want to butcher the scripture. In verse 14 of Revelation 16, he say, "For they are the spirits of devils working miracles." You see, so by those miracles, let's go back to 19, spirits of devils. Verse 19, it says, "And the beast was taken, and with him and the false prophet that worked miracles before him." So those spirits of devils, he let out the vial, the poisonous disease or whatever out of the vial, the seventh vial, and that caused a chain reaction. Well, now the beast gonna use sorceries, just administer medication or administer drugs and witchcraft, pretty much concoctions of all kind of stuff to try to protect the people from what's so-called dangerous. And then they're gonna take the mark of the beast, and so those two things gonna cause them to be deceived, because they thought that this beast got something that's gonna be able to save their life, and now that they took it, they're gonna have to identify that they took it, and then they're gonna take the mark of the beast, because he's gonna force them to take this so-called sorcery, this drug situation, and then they're gonna have to prove that they got the drug situation. So that's when they got to take the mark of the beast, because he's gonna deceive them by this miracle. Not only the miracle of the chip, that's the mark of the beast. You got the brain chip and you got the chip in your hand. That's the forehead and the hand. Now the brain chip is gonna be able to help your nervous system cure any kind of diseases that you have. Some certain, not any kind, but certain diseases and handicaps that you have. That's one of the miracles. And then it's going to be able to identify if you coming down with this so-called virus or disease that's going around. So he's going to work some miracles with the mark of the beast and going to deceive these people. And let's get 14 before we close out. Good night, time flying. 14 is going to give you the punishment. It says, verse 9, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, it ain't got to be in the left or the right, it say hand. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So you're going to get those nuclear missiles if you take this mark of the beast, this brain chip or this hand chip in your hand, RFID chip in your hand. Either one, if you take either one, you gonna have a punishment of nuclear fire with the rest of the wicked. So that's what's going on with this mark of the beast. I just want to bring out those precepts and bring out the New International Version that talks about he's gonna force. It's gonna be a forced situation, force you to take the mark of the beast. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace of the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.